Audre Lorde said that if I didn't define myself for myself, I would be crushed into other people's fantasies about me and eaten alive. For me, that's the definition of stigma. Over the last 30 years or so, we've learned a lot about HIV and AIDS. Yet HIV still continues to be a problem in the South. Over the next few minutes, you'll hear from people who are living with HIV, people who know people who are living with HIV. You'll hear from people who work in the field of HIV, people who are preachers, people who are just living. The purpose of this video is to show you how stigma affects HIV. Stigma is something that we normally don't think about when we think about why HIV is such a problem in our country, but at the end of the day, it's really a huge problem. Stigma affects people in a lot of ways. It prevents people from getting tested. It prevents people from seeking treatment. It prevents people from just loving themselves and giving them the ability to love others. As you listen to the people in this video, I want you to think about some of your perceptions about people who are living with HIV. Think about some of the perceptions that you may have of people who are at risk of contracting HIV. I want you to walk away from this is the understanding that we're all at risk and we can all do something to help halt HIV and AIDS. So join the Halt HIV and AIDS movement.
I'm very interested in this campaign because I feel here in Alabama there's so many stigmas attached to HIV. I feel that if people were educated, if they were just educated about abstinence and not made to feel bad about discussing openly the subject of HIV, a lot of lives could be saved. It's just if people would get tested and they know they have HIV, then they could take precautionary measures to stop the spread of it here in Alabama. But because of the many stigmas that are attached, a lot of people don't want to talk about it. They don't want to discuss it. They don't want to come forward and seek out help. They don't want to be educated. They just don't want people to know.
Hi, my name is Raven Soleil Wesley. I am HIV positive. I tested positive August 8th, 2012. And yes, it was a very devastating diagnosis for me. But at the same time, I was learning about something that I was already passionate about anyway before becoming diagnosed. My thing now is to impact as many people as I can and share and voice my opinion and my story. Maybe I can help someone else. It's like a whole new fresh start on a whole new life that you get. And it's a second chance that you get because you can still live with it, but at the same time you're more conscious of life, you're more appreciative of life, you're more passionate to other people and how they feel and what's going on with them instead of in a box.
So living in the South and being trans, it's not like always a healthy experience. People don't always respect your pronouns or even understand like being trans or separating gender from sexuality. It's always, well, if you're trans, then you must be confused or you have a problem with yourself or something like that. And it's most cases never like that. It's always just, you know, this is what I feel comfortable as. Literally me and who I am and how I enjoy living life. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the LGBT community in order for us to impact the world and get cisgender people to like really understand like this is life, this is the way it is, and this is basically like, you know, what equality is supposed to be, how we're supposed to live life as one and to be happy. Having someone close to me that has HIV, it impacts me like seriously. Like I pass out safe sex condoms, safe sex packets at work. I try to educate people on HIV and using protection and, Even if you like, if you really enjoy sex, there's things out there that you can do like PrEP and condoms and just, all around just making sure you're okay so that you won't catch anything.
What have I learned? I've learned so much. And I guess the more I think about how much I've learned, the more I don't know where to start. But I guess one thing would be that people should not have to live in fear of somebody else knowing their status, or of them not being able to live with their diagnosis. I've learned a lot about how to help people get through that piece of it. I know that a lot of the baggage that people carry is because they don't want people to put them aside, but then they put themselves aside by carrying the baggage and not knowing how to talk about it. So I find myself being most helpful by letting people know, let people know what you're going through. Maybe you can be helped, and maybe the load can be a little bit lighter.
I've been on PrEP for a little over 2 years now. I didn't have any side effects, so I just take it every day and I go about my day. I highly recommend PrEP for individuals who think they are at high risk of contracting HIV, and I just use it as a proactive tool to know my status and continue to be negative.
My experience with PrEP has been great. Had no side effects. Starting was easy. The only hard thing about it was when I first started, it was kind of hard to remember to take a pill because I've never taken pills on a day-to-day basis like that. But once I got started, it's been easy breezy, no problems at all. Well, typically when people ask me about PrEP, first of all, I'll tell them it's the best thing since sliced bread, and everybody needs to be on it if you've had sex, because everybody has their slip-ups. But when people ask me, I just let them know, hey, get on it, because it can really save your life.
Living with HIV, from my perspective, really has not been as devastating as I've heard from other people. Personally, this has been a blessing for me. You're looking at a person on the verge, or was homeless and hopeless and all that other good gravy that came along with desperation, destitution, and just down and out. When I was diagnosed with HIV, it's a weird thing about it. It gave me reason to live. It gave me reason to fight. It was a 180 turn. It was just getting from one space and place in mind to another. And that gave me hope, because now I had something to fight for. Now I had something that I saw was doing some good work for some people as far as the prevention aspect of it. People who was diagnosed with HIV years ago were dying. And the stigma behind it then still holds true to today. I want to talk a lot about the stigma, because unfortunately, if a person is diagnosed with HIV, when they come in, they find out that they're HIV positive, they don't come back. They don't come back because now they got to face the simple fact of this living within themselves, and not only this living within themselves, this virus living in them, they got to deal with people that's living on the outside and around them. They got to deal with people who are no longer looking at them the same way they was looking at them before, who is now looking at them as somebody that you have some kind of a leprosy or something. If I'm around you, if I breathe the same air you're breathing, then I'm gonna get it. Guess what? You don't catch it that way. It's not a casual disease. And there is so much medication that's out there now that allows a person who is carrying HIV to live longer. And it's not that we were ever limited to what we could do. You still could do skydive. Okay? Become an oceanographer. Do whatever. Go to the highest limits to the lowest. You can do whatever it is within your measurement of desires to do. HIV is not, I'm not the product. I am a person who is living with the virus, who is living. And one thing I do like to say, I'm not living with HIV. HIV happens to be living with me.
The advice that I would give to all young black gay men is to live your best life. Because with so much that's going on in the media and in the world in general, the only thing that we can really be focused on is our health. Don't let the media make you feel like you're not important enough to go get tested. Because the main thing you need to worry about is longevity and living your best life. So get tested.
My role is as a therapist, which kind of makes the work a little bit different, but the message is still the same because not only am I a therapist, but I'm a radio personality. So prevention is opening the airways up to have conversations about what to do and what not to do to stay negative. And I know like a lot of times you hear negative, that's not good. No, in this situation, negative is good, negative is positive. So I would talk about bringing in different organizations to talk about how to stay safe, how to have safe sex, even needle exchange. Like that leads to a whole nother world of diseases and drug usage. That's a whole nother level of conversation that has to be had. So we have those conversations. Talk about just public health issues and public health concerns, how other people can add to the stigma of people not wanting to be negative. I've never understood such, like not wanting to pick up free condoms. What's wrong with that? Pick them up. It doesn't matter who sees you doing it. Dental dams, all these different things that I have prepped, different things that are in place for you to be able to stay negative. We fall into the idea of, well, somebody may see me going in there, somebody may see me picking this up, somebody may hear me saying, or somebody may see me taking the test. It's okay. It is okay. So prevention, when there's an outlet or an opportunity, I just believe in taking advantage of the opportunity and having a conversation.
We're working here in the South. We're working on getting out, getting tested to make sure, so everybody know their status. One of the things is that, if you know your status, then, you can get into early care and you can live a long time. I've lived 19 years with HIV and, I haven't had a bad day, from day one that I got diagnosed. There's still a stigma there. People think it's, first thing people think it's HIV is a death sentence. It's not a death sentence. So they're, I guess they feel that it's better off not knowing than to know. But then, if you are HIV positive, then, you're infecting other people. And, in turn, you could get yourself in care and not spread, be able to spread the disease.
Hola, espero que todo el mundo que esté viendo esto, es importante decirles, yo soy positivo y no tengo ninguna excusa. Yo puedo continuar y tú puedes continuar, pero es importante que cuando sea posible tú te hagas tu prueba. Tu prueba es necesaria para tu protección tuya y de tu familia. Si yo puedo, tú puedes. Si yo quiero, tú puedes. Yo he podido. Yo soy positivo, pero soy strong. Y puedo hacerlo, porque esto es así. Como latino, podemos. Tenemos la fuerza. Y no importa lo que hagamos. Podemos y podemos. Con todo respeto, no excuses. ¿Ok? Bamba.
The thing I learned about HIV is a collaborative thing. What I mean by that is that if you and I stick together, we can end HIV. And no matter what your sexual orientation is, no matter what you identify as, this is a disease that affected people because of silence. Nobody wants to speak up about this because they feel it a stigma. You contribute to the stigma, I contribute to the stigma. Let's change the way we contribute to it. Instead of doing it so negative, let's do positive. Let's regularly go to get tested. Even if you're having sex, if you're not having sex, it should be a part of your daily routine. And honestly, if it wasn't for the situations that I learned with working in HIV, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I think working with HIV, working in the field of HIV, made me realize that it's okay to be self-expressive. It's okay to go to the doctor. It's okay to speak up. So I'm gonna challenge you to get tested.
So we're in the South, the Bible Belt. And one of the things that we have to learn is that everyone experiences life differently. Churches have become somewhat of a sore spot for the LGBTQ community. They have become a place of hurt for people who are living with HIV. But there's hope. So to close us out, I'm going to let you listen to the Reverend Robin Burnett. She's an AME pastor, and she is doing everything she can to halt HIV and AIDS.
As a black female minister, I think I want to say that I'm very disappointed in the fact that our churches are mute when it comes to having the conversation about HIV and AIDS. They're mute because they want to pretend that people are not having sex within the churches. They want to pretend that people should not have sex, and sex is a bad word and a dirty word, instead of looking at the issue for what it is. It's a disease. It's a disease just like any other disease. And people that have diseases need to be treated. We want to pretend that people are holier than thou, so holy and going up to this heaven that they are no earthly good. And what we're doing is we are allowing people to just die for absolutely no reason. As a minister, I ensure that I have the conversation, but it is so hard in a patriarchal society to get my brothers and my sisters to understand the need to have the conversation. The need to have the conversation so that people can be tested. And if they are positive, to be able to get the resources and the medication that they need so that they can move past survival and start living. It's really hard. It's really hard to have the conversation with those that are ignorant. So many of our people in the congregation and in the pews are ignorant to HIV and AIDS. They don't know where it stems from, and they don't know how to treat it. They don't know if it's treatable. So people just continue to die. We need to start teaching what Jesus would really do. And Jesus would not allow this situation to go on. Jesus would speak about it. Jesus would speak about it and ensure that we tackled the issue head on, and that we would do what we needed to do to ensure that people would be able to live the life that God would have them to live. And that's a holistic life, healthy, physically and mentally. People that have diseases need to be healed. People that have diseases need to be looked after, and they need help. The church needs to look back at Jesus and what Jesus really did. When Jesus came on the scene, Jesus went and he helped people that needed help, healed people that needed to be healed. Jesus didn't ask them not one time if they were gay. Jesus didn't ask them not one time if they had a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Jesus didn't care about none of that. Jesus cared about the person. And as the church, we've got to get back to caring about the person. Not who we want them to be and not who we need them to be delivered to be, but who God created them to be. Then we can tackle the issue of HIV and AIDS.
That was some pretty powerful stuff. But before we go, I do want to thank Robin for showing us that there is unconditional love for us in the church. I'd also like to thank my models, Crystal, Bamba, Raven, Terry, Deborah, Alvin, Ryan, Gustavo, Lady Wu, Rashad, Robin, and last but not least, Patrick. I'd also like to thank my employers, AIDS Alabama, the Alabama Department of Health, and the CDC for allowing me to present this project to you. For more information on what you can do to halt HIV and AIDS, check out our website at www.gcbham.com, our Facebook page, Game Changer Birmingham, or our Twitter and Instagram pages at GCBHam2217. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed this.